Good evening, folks. My name is Amiibo Jason, and welcome to the Daily Wiretap for the evening of March 15th, 2017. The Daily Wiretap wraps up all of the day's biggest Nintendo news stories as seen on NintendoWire.com and puts it into a nice, neat little package so you don't have to. Without further ado, let's see what we have today. First up this evening, Fire Emblem Echo's Alm and Celica amiibo functionality finally revealed. Some brand new details have been provided for Fire Emblem Echo's Shadows of Valentia. Specifically, an official Japanese page opened up about the game's amiibo functionality. With the Alm and Celica figures themselves looking so well made, it's about time we learn a little bit more about what they can do in the game. First and foremost, both amiibo will allow access to a special dungeon by default. The game's dungeons are useful for gathering experience, items, and developing your characters, so the more access the better. No details on what makes it special to begin with, but odds are it'll be better or unique compared to what you can access in the game normally. You'll also be able to write Alm and Celica's stats to their respective amiibo. This will allow you to summon them via a special amiibo command as phantoms, with their stats based on the scanned version. Other amiibo will also be able to be used in this game for summoning phantom soldiers as well, though it sounds like only Alm and Celica have access to more specific use of these features. In other words, it doesn't sound like we'll be calling other heroes into battle via their amiibo. Sorry, Lucina fans. There will be some new ties to the new Mila's gear feature as well, though what specifically is a bit unclear. With the game's release only a few months away and even less time for Japan, we should know more pretty darn soon. Alright, this next one is for you, Splatoon fans. We have some new details on the Splatoon 2 global test fire stages and weapons. The upcoming global test fire for Splatoon 2 is taking place later this month, and the game's Japanese Twitter account has now revealed which stages and weapons the player can expect to find. The test fire will take place on two new stages, the Reef and Muscle Forge Fitness. Battles will take place in the trusty 4v4 format with 4 weapons to choose from, including the new Splat Dualies. For those of you interested in joining the Splatoon 2 Global Test Fire, you can start getting your matches on starting March 24th, 2017. That's only 9 days away. If you want to get ready for the test fire now, you can go to the eShop on the Nintendo Switch and download it now. And finally this evening, another Fire Emblem story. Fire Emblem Heroes announces plans for April and beyond. Mobile strategy title Fire Emblem Heroes has been out for over a month now, and while there's been some fairly steady content and updates, nothing major has changed since the launch. Fortunately, the dev team appears to have some concrete plans going forward, which they shared in an in-game announcement to all players. April will bring some big changes. For one, as mentioned in the past, units will be able to inherit the skills of other allies. This can be carried out when the allies merge. It was also announced that heroes who take part in battles will earn something called Hero Merit, or HM, which gives a new way for players to earn hero feathers. Also announced were 2 potential conditions for battle: defense and reinforcements. Defense missions will require the player to hold out for a certain number of turns, as opposed to just taking down all enemies. Reinforcements, as the name implies, will bring more units to the map for you to fight. Both of these changes are already present in main series Fire Emblem games, so it's nice to see the team bringing in even more of these features. Finally, the notice speaks cryptically of a new in-game event that will bring back the series' classic permadeath, to an extent. While you won't lose characters from your account, it appears that you'll be unable to revive them in context of the event itself. Details are sparse at the moment, but Intelligent Systems and Nintendo intend to provide the thrilling play experiences the series is known for. No details on future character additions or focuses were outlined, nor when the first big story update will be released, but new characters have come in every few weeks as is, and extra chapters have been providing story details, but there's still plenty of room to grow in both areas. We'll be sure to report all that happens as soon as more details become available. And that's going to wrap up another episode of the Daily Wiretap. As always, you can find a link to the full written article down in the description below, and head on over to NintendoWire.com for even more high-quality Nintendo news. See you guys tomorrow!